All right, man. We in this thing a thing a thing thing a thing a thing thing a thing a thing. Back in this thing a thing a thing thing a thing a thing thing a thing a thing. I'm not finna hold y'all too long, man, because I got some things that I need to do. I need to take care of some 1-2 steps like Sierra. I need to handle within my own personnel life, yeah. But I'm gonna give y'all this good contiana, man. I'm gonna give y'all this good contiana. I'm gonna give y'all this good contiana, man. So we finna jump into it, man. What's the deal? What's the deal? What's the deal? We're trying to type it in 10 in Trap News Network. We back in the same, back in the same. Like, cracking the same, man. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe for more of this good content we got going on here at 10 in Trap News Network. It's good news you can use. It's good knowledge, though. You can't get nobody's college, though, big dog. Make sure you like, make sure you comment, make sure you subscribe to all this good content we have going on here at 10 in Trap News Network. It's good news you can use. It's good knowledge you can't get nobody's college, big dog. Tap in with the tap in when you tapping all the way in, man. Make sure you get into that if you ain't got into that. We finna give you all these two quick little stories, man. We got Diddy. We got 50 Cent, Dame Dash, and Ice Cube deny attending Diddy's parties. And we got Dr. Umar Johnson speaking on Diddy. So we finna actually get into what Dr. Umar has to say about Diddy on the Art of Silence, or the Art of Dialogue, excuse me, the Art of Dialogue. Shout out to that podcast. That's the same podcast where Freddie P from Making the Band was on. And now Dr. Umar is on the same podcast addressing Diddy. Reg Dog Washington, what's the deal? What's the deal? What's the deal? We finna jump into this content without no further do's and don'ts, man. Shout out to the Art of Dialogue. Shout out to Dr. Umar Johnson. We finna get into it. Let's go.
Evade accountability. Misinterpreted my comments about Sean Puffy Combs as being indicative of my desire to see him evade accountability for any crimes that he may have committed. So to clarify that, this is where I stand on the Sean Puffy Combs indictment. If Sean Puffy Combs is guilty on any of the 3 counts of that federal indictment, if he's guilty of sexually trafficking people against their will, if he's guilty of participating in arson and bribery and kidnapping and all of these things that they're accusing him of, if they can prove...
Now, they saying that Diddy blew up Kid Cudi's car for messing with Cassie.
Beyond a shadow of a doubt.
Wait, mods, we gotta stop blicking people. We gotta stop blicking people. I had a long talk with management, and we're gonna start taking wrenches because the blicking has become obsessive. So, mods, when I say blicks down, accidents, oopsies, whatchamacallits, flu, flammery, skullduggeries, and larcenies could cost you your wrench. Be easy. Let the chat chat.
That he engaged in these things, then like anyone else, if you do the crime, you should do the time. But when I look at those indictments, first of all, when I look at the racketeering count of the indictment, and of course, I'm not an attorney, but when I look at racketeer influence corrupt organization, I'm saying to myself, Sean Combs, from what I understand, because I don't know the man personally, he did not build Bad Boy on criminal money. Bad Boy was built legitimately through the legal channels of the music industry. He might have engaged in crime using Bad Boy property after he built Bad Boy. But did he use criminal funding and crime to create Bad Boy? I don't think he did. Now, maybe Rico...
So they're saying that he might not have used drug money to build Bad Boy or illegal street proceeds to build Bad Boy. But once you built Bad Boy, you put that money into illegal proceeds. That's where the racketeering come from. You did something. There's a flu, flammery, skullduggery, and a larceny in here somewhere.
Stands to you simply engaging in crime on company time. Now, if they're saying he sexually trafficked women on company time, and that constitutes...
It's a wild way to spend company time, but all right.
Rico, then he might be guilty. But everybody who knows Puff knows that he came into the music industry the right way. He hustled the right way, and he built his empire the right way. It appears that all the freak-offs and the alleged sexual trafficking, the alleged interstate prosecution, that may have come after the fact. So the question becomes, can he still be convicted of RICO charge if he simply engaged in sexual activities that did not directly have to do with the business, but he did it on company.
But see, here goes the thing, though. If you're using business credit cards and you funneling money for your little freak-offs through the business and all that kind of stuff, that's improper use of the business funds and all that kind of wooty-bam and blah, blah, blah and all that, da-da-da. That's a problem, bro. That's a problem. You can't get freaky on company time, bro. You got to get freaky on your time.
He did it in company property. So that would be a clarifying issue that I would like to see explained. So that's one piece. Now, when I look at the sexual trafficking, again, he could be innocent, he could be guilty. But when I look at a Sean Puffy Combs being a mogul, being as popular who he is, as he is, I don't see why he would need to kidnap people and sexually traffic them across state lines and then force them to engage in sexual behavior. I really can't see that. Again, I'm not saying he's innocent. I'm not saying he's guilty. I'm simply saying, as thirsty as people can be, men and women, for fame, for attention, I don't think Sean Puffy Combs has to force anybody, okay, into sexual trafficking. I don't see him needing to sell people against their will across state lines to engage in sex.
See, here's the thing about kidnapping. It gets really tricky because all you have to do is move somebody 4 to 5 feet, 10 feet or whatever against their will, and then that's kidnapping. I explained it to somebody like this. Let's say, for example, I'm in my bathroom. I don't know, I'm in my bathroom. And then I'm going back and forth with the girl, and then she don't want to get out or whatever, blah, blah, blah. And then I pick her up and I take her from the bathroom and I put her in the living room and I say, all right, you need to get yourself, you need to leave. You technically just kidnapped her. You just moved her against her will more than X amount of feet and blah, 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 wooty bam, all this and all that, blah, 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 wooty bam, blah, 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 blah. Kidnapping is a very, not gray area because it's pretty black and white, but it can be used differently. And that's what I'll say. You feel me? So I'm not saying that Puffy's right. I ain't saying that Puffy's wrong. I'm saying with kidnapping specifically, Puffy probably does get off on power. I'm saying with kidnapping specifically, if you move that person against their will from one room to another, technically that's kidnapping, depending on what judge you ask.
I don't see it. I do not believe he's guilty of sex trafficking, but I could be wrong because I don't know what the evidence is. So the racketeering piece, I'm a little uncertain of. The sex trafficking piece, on the surface, I don't believe he's guilty of that because I don't think he needs to forcibly sell anybody or traffic anyone. Now, the third count of the federal indictment is where I think they might can get him. Interstate prostitution. Did Sean Puffy Combs influence people, pay people, bribe people to come across state lines and engage in sexual activity? He may very well be guilty of that. So then the question becomes, for me, what is the maximum he can get? Fed time for engaging in interstate prostitution. And
the Ghost of Tupac has been extremely busy. The Ghost of Tupac has been extremely busy. He's not feeling it.
When you look at the federal definition of prostitution, it does not require an exchange of money. It can be a promise. It could be a material benefit. And Puffy, he kind of flashy. All the hip-hop guys who got money, they pretty flashy. So he might say, hey, if you do this, I'll give you this. Or what if he just gave them rewards for complying with his request? In other words, there was no upfront business arrangement for sex. There was no upfront business arrangements for sex. Hypothetically.
Hello? All right, come to this back door. All right, I'll come.
Brings them. It could be a promise. It could be a material benefit. And Puffy, he kind of flashy. All the hip-hop guys who got money, they pretty flashy. So he might say, hey, if you do this, I'll give you this. Or what if he just gave them rewards for complying with his request? In other words, there was no upfront business arrangement for sex. There was no upfront business arrangements for sex. Hypothetically, he brings them into New York. He brings them into LA. He brings them into Miami. They do what they do. And as a means of him of flexing his power and his money, I'm going to buy you this car. I'm going to take care of your bills. She wasn't expecting nothing. But
I know y'all already ate, but sit with your brother.
She wasn't expecting nothing but participation in the freak-off. But because she was rewarded for her participation in the freak-off, does that meet the federal definition?
So it gets tricky. It gets tricky when it comes to these like little freak-offs and this wording and this verbiage and all this kind of stuff, because they're gonna say it's this, oh it's that, but it could be this, but it could be that, but it could be left, but it could be right, but blah blah blah, but blah blah blah, but blah blah blah, but blah blah blah. When it's all said and done, it's all going to be determined by a judge and a DA and maybe not a jury, but ultimately a judge that is going, or a district attorney that's going to have to see this not as what it is. You feel me? It's some freaky charges against Diddy going on right now. It's some real freaky charges going on against Diddy right now. And above all, regardless of the fact, that nigga should have, I don't know, bro. Like it's some freaky shit, bro. It's some freaky shit.
Of prostitution. It's the same thing with my RICO charge question. I don't believe he built his music empire illegally. But if he engaged in illegal activity, non-related to the music empire, but he used music empire property to do it, does that also meet the federal definition of a RICO charge? And me personally, Art, I believe the reason they went RICO and the reason they went Fed is they want to completely destroy Sean Puffy Combs.
Well, yeah, for sure they went Fed because they want to wash this nigga out. You feel me? Hold on.
I believe the reason they went RICO and the reason they went Fed is they want to completely destroy Sean Puffy.
Well, yeah, they want to completely destroy, bro, in totality, because again, once the feds get involved, it's over with, bro. Like when the state go back and forth, we can go back and forth. When the state go back and forth, we can work appeals. Free Avenue Angel until he's free. When the state is involved, you know, it's more room to maneuver. It's more room to, you know, 1-2 step like Sierra and all that kind of stuff. Like it's a little bit more room for that. When the feds get involved, nigga, they involved because they involved. And when they involved, they don't get uninvolved until the involvement is over with. And it's ugly. You feel me? The feds is that guaranteed indictment. The feds is that guarantee we finish you, bro. Finish him. This is Sparta. Meat down your mouth. You're done, big dog. You're done. You're done. The government just gave Diddy a Spartan level piece of meat down his mouth. This is Sparta. You're done, bro. You're done, Diddy. Diddy, you done did it. It's over with. The feds came.
Publicly and financially, because this could have very easily been state charges. The feds don't come in quickly to take up cases. They came in and took this up. And as you know, the feds have a 97% conviction rate. So I'm looking at this and I'm saying somebody wants Sean Puffy Combs completely destroyed. And I think I know who it is. I believe it is Diageo. I believe it is the British-based liquor company that Puffy was doing business.
The liquor company he having an issue with because they was playing them out the chili, or was Diddy playing them out the chili? I don't know. It was an issue. It was an issue. It was an issue. You feel me? I don't know. You feel me? Not. Wait, Dr. Umar is my friend. How you not in? Nah, man, I like Dr. Umar. I like what he kicking right now, Dre. I like what he kicking right now. Hey, Diddy did have a wookie bam of a whatchamacallit with the liquor companies, bro. He did. He had a little, he had a little, do it. Let me see you do it. With the liquor company, they was having a back and forth 1-2 step like Sierra. And he tried to sue him, but they was saying like, nah, it's invalid. Diddy, you did it. Diddy did it. Diddy done it. You down to your last bottle of baby oil, my boy.
They're one of the biggest liquor companies in the world. They market and sell some of the most popular brands of liquor, including Ciroc. And Diddy had an agreement with them where they would help him market his De Leon tequila brand. And Diddy took issue with Diageo because they had described the De Leon tequila liquor, Puffy's brand. They described it to their customer base as if it was an inner city, urban, quote unquote, ghetto hip hop type of liquor. And Puffy took issue with that because he said, I'm a global icon. I'm a hip hop mogul. Don't limit my product just to black people. And by doing that, you're dissuading white people and non-blacks from buying my liquor. You're cutting my sales low, and I think you're doing it on purpose because you don't want De Leon tequila to outsell all your other European-controlled brands. So Puffy accused Diageo of racial discrimination in advertising and marketing. Diageo got upset with Puff, British-based company. They said, you done already made $1 billion off of us. How dare you sue us and try to make a few more billion off of us? So they tried to get the case thrown out. But the judge allowed the case to proceed because Diageo claimed that there was a clause in their contract with Puff that did not allow him to ever take them to court. Any grievances.
Damn. The liquor company told Diddy, we're going to throw you this contract, but you better not ever take us to court. It's a clause in the contract. If you ever take us to court, this contract is null and void. You're done. You're done. That's ugly. That's ugly. That's ugly.
Diageo alleges needed to be solved outside of court. But the judge...
Schools in the chat for Dr. Umar. Schools in the chat.
Sided with Puff.
Schools in the chat for Dr. Umar. That school, that nigga been building that school since like 2004. Ain't had a student yet.
The lawsuit to go forward. So Diageo is losing black money because of this racial discrimination piece. Other companies don't want to do business with them because they don't want to be branded as anti-black, even if they are, because everybody knows we disproportionately spend more money on liquor than any other group. So Diageo is losing money. Then on top of that, Puff then already made $1 billion off of them. And now Puff is suing them for a few more billion. So what do? They decide to settle out of court. Now check this out. Diageo and Puff settled out of court in January 2024. Puffy's homes are raided in March. There's no way you're going to convince me that a company that powerful, Diageo operates in 180 of 194 countries in the world. They operate in 180 out of 194 countries in the world. You are not going to convince me that 1 + 1 does not equal 2. There is no way they were forced to settle with Puffy in January, and less than 2 months later, his homes are raided. And I'm going to tell you how I believe Puffy gave them the ammunition to go after him, Art. When Cassie made her accusations against Puff, he settled in about 24 hours. And they settled in November of 2023. Mind you, he's already in court with Diageo since the spring of 2023. Watch this timeline. He sues Diageo in the spring. Cassie comes out in the fall. He settles with Cassie in 24 hours. Diageo is watching this. So when Diageo decides to settle with Puff outside of court, they did this knowing full well we about to go after you and destroy you. You are messing with the Illuminati. You have no idea who you effing with, Sean Combs. And when Puff was so quick to settle with Cassie, that showed the whole world he was vulnerable. That showed the whole world he had skeletons in his closet. And do you know what I think Diageo did after they settled with Puff? I bet you after they settled with Puff, they probably never even made it to the airplane. They picked up the phone and they called King Charles III. And they said, "Dear monarch, we need you to dial in a favor for us to..."
Hey, calling King Charles III? Yo, it makes sense though when we're talking about the caliber of people who we're dealing with. I want to give a special shout out real quick to Lil Wack SS. Shout out to Lil Wack SS. He's not a Southsider. He's not a Southsider. He's a black man. And not only is he a black man, but Lil Wack SS, hold on, let me make sure I say it right. Lil Wack SS, you feel me? I believe he just got out from doing some time. I could be wrong. I'm not sure how long OG did, but I know he did some time. And I know that every day, bro just wanted to see his shoes, bro. And that's it. So shout out to Lil Wack SS. Make sure y'all follow OG.
Look gonna look good every time you turn on your phone.
Come on now.
Every time you turn on your tablet, every time you turn on your phone, you're gonna see the look though. But today, you see the look. Y'all see the gear battle. Today, hey, look at these y'all. Look at them
green Pumas, yeah.
Pumas, they look good though. Look at that. I promise you, your boy gonna look good every time you see me.
Man, so shout out to Lil Wack SS, man. And I want to give him a specific shout out. Please follow him. Please follow him. Please follow him. Because he a good dude, bro. He a good dude. And he be there with his lady. He be fresh. OG gonna step out on the towel every time with his brand new outfit. He gonna show you the shoes that he wearing. And he clean. Ain't I fresh though? I ain't fresh. You fresh, OG. You fresh. And the best part about it is, bro just living his life. Bro is just living his life. He happy to be on the streets. He got a woman who he love. Every day he shows us how fresh he is. He got his spot. He got his chili. That man is living life without the worry of opinions, without the worry of disrespect, without the worry of public acceptance and appreciation and all that. He just doing what make him happy, man. So I want to give a big shout out to Lil Wack SS, bro. A big shout out to bro. Shout out OG, man. I got nothing but love for you. And if nobody told you today, hey, you motivate me, OG. A lot of times I watch your page. And I just see how happy you are just to be on the streets. And it makes me thankful, and it makes me grateful, and it makes me a lot more appreciative for the blessings God has given me. So thank you for that piece of motivation, OG. For real, man. Shout out to Lil Wack SS. But let's go ahead and get back into this Kantiana. But I had to get that off. I'm a real one, bro. I'm a real one. You feel me? So I got a lot of love for the OGs, man. I got a lot of love for the OGs. Hey, Lil Wack SS, bro. I ain't even gonna front, bro. Like, I'm a little emotional talking about this and all that, bro. Like, I low-key could cry right now. I ain't even gonna front. You know what I'm saying? I low-key could cry right now. I know we talking about Diddy, but we talking about some real nigga shit right now. And the reason for that is because, bro, like, man, you did that time and you on the streets and you showing appreciation. And I know how many times and ways I've dodged that time. And I know that sometimes I still low-key play with it. Knock on wood, man. So to see you outside doing what you got to do and how you doing it, it's a motivation. It's a motivation and it's an inspiration and it's a piece of guidance for me. And I really appreciate that, bro. So I know to you, it's just like, oh, I'm just putting on these shoes and whatever, blah, blah, blah. Man, OG, I really appreciate your content. And I really appreciate the message that you give. You feel me? So, again, a big shout out to Lil Wack SS, man. A big shout out to him. I got nothing but love and respect for OG, for sure.
President Joe Biden. Because this Sean Puffy Combs, this little out of New York City, he think he can go to war with the big boys and not pay the consequences. Sean Puffy Combs, that hip-hop king out of New York, he think he can tell white people what to do. He think he gonna rob us for a couple $2 billion and get away with it. It's not going down. Dear King, please make that call on behalf of your citizens. That's what I believe happened. King Charles picked up the phone. He called Joe Biden or any number of U.S. citizens, any number of U.S. prosecutors. In less than 2 months after Puffy settled with Diageo, his homes were raided. Now, here's the other thing, Art. The reason they did not arrest Puffy until recently, because they could have arrested him then, is they wanted to wait and save this for a time they needed to distract the black public away from something that they didn't need us getting involved in. The reason he got arrested now is because we're 6 weeks away from the presidential election, and Black America was tearing Kamala Harris's up looking for presidential accountability. They were all over Kamala Harris. She couldn't answer no questions. She didn't want to do no interviews. And so the power structure said, let's get him right now. We need something we can throw at Black America. We know they're emotional. We know they care more about hip hop than anything else in their community. Okay, what can we throw Black America to get them off of Kamala Harris's back? Let's throw them Puff. And if you notice, Art, ever since Kamala decided to seek the presidential nomination when Joe Biden stepped down, every conversation.
Hey, random, that's true though. We ain't seen collard greens in a minute, and collard greens just kind of popped up out of nowhere, but we ain't seen collard green casserole in a long time, bro, for sure.
In black Twitter, black Facebook, black Instagram, black TikTok, black YouTube, everything has been about what? The presidential election. Trump, Kamala, Trump. That's all we've been talking about until they arrested Puff. Now go on black Twitter. Now go on black Instagram. Now go on black YouTube. Nobody's talking about Kamala too much no more. Everybody's worried about Puff. That's exactly what they wanted to do. Distract black America away from the presidential election by throwing them the Puffy lynching so we can get Kamala to the finish line. And guess what? The judges that refused to give Puffy bail, from my understanding, they're both Democrats. And you know what's so sad about that? Puffy is a very big Democratic Party contributor. He's a very big Democratic Party supporter. And so the very party that Puff been giving millions to and millions of dollars worth of publicity and advertising is the very party that shut him down. This was a favor that was called in by the British people to the American government. He don't know his place no more. Sit his down. And keep on top of that, Art. Puffy started a black political party called, what was it called? Our Black Party, I think it was, in 2020, after he endorsed Joe Biden. Sean Puffy Combs said out of his own mouth that both political parties keep taking us for granted. They're not offering us anything for our vote. And I think another reason why he was raided, when he was raided, Art, was to keep his damn mouth shut, so he did not offer his opinion on this presidential election. This whole thing was a takedown of the global white power structure with Diageo, British-based company, at the top, and it was also necessary in order to get Black America off of Kamala Harris's back. Now, let me say this to you, Art. People say Dr. Umar has been defending Puff. If Sean Puffy Combs is guilty of sex trafficking, he should go to jail. If Sean Puffy Combs is guilty of engaging in anything illegal, I'm slow, Art, because I'm saying that the prostitution piece, if somebody wants to get paid for sex, although I don't agree with it, I don't agree he should go to jail for that if it was consensual. So I'm hesitating on the prostitution charge, because if they did this of their own free will in exchange for commerce, even though prostitution is illegal in every state except Nevada, I can't see somebody going down for prostitution when it was a consensual arrangement. The RICO, if he kidnapped people, if he burned people's houses and things down unjustifiably, I could potentially see that as well. But my thing is this. You have Black people saying that even if he's innocent of the federal charges, he should go to jail anyway for stomping out Cassie. He should go to jail anyway.
He for sure should go to jail for whooping on Cassie like that. That was barnacles.
For taking advantage of people. He should go to jail anyway because we think he has something to do with Big. We think he has something to do with Pac. We think he has something to do with a lot of bad things that went on in the music industry. Here's what I say to that. If Sean Puffy Combs is guilty of the murder of Tupac Shakur or Christopher Wallace, directly or indirectly, he should go to jail. But only if it has been proven, Art, in a court of law, beyond a shadow of a doubt, that he was involved. What I cannot support is Black people telling the racist white American criminal justice system that you can lock up one of our own, even if they are innocent, even if you have not proven beyond a shadow of a doubt that they committed the crime. You can still engage in corruption and lock up a Black person because we hold them accountable for other crimes that have either not been proven or have thoroughly disgusted us. In other words, Cassie being stomped out by Puff was wrong. It was absolutely wrong. No man should ever put their hands on a woman. But he is not being charged with that. Domestic violence is not the charge. So when I hear black people say he should go to jail even if they can't prove the charges because he did something over here, I cannot co-sign that. Why? Because the history of the American criminal justice system, Art, is a history of black men being convicted in the court of public opinion by white people without sufficient evidence. Look at all the black men who've been lynched, hung. Look at the brother today, Art. We just had a black man in Missouri. Marcellus Williams was executed 1 hour ago. 1 hour ago tonight. He was innocent. No evidence connects him to the crime, Art. No evidence. There's no physical evidence that proves Marcellus Williams broke into that white woman's home, stabbed her 43 times, left the knife in her neck, and then...
I don't think it's the same as Diddy, big dog. I don't think it's the same as Diddy. I don't think it's the same set of circumstances. I get the point that you're trying to push, but I don't think it's the same set of circumstances, big dog. It's a little tricky.
Escaped. He was nowhere near the crime at the time it took place, from what I understand. Even the prosecuting attorney, or the DA, says he's now convinced that Marcellus Williams is innocent. He was fighting for him to get exonerated. And guess what the governor of Missouri said yesterday? Guess what the Supreme Court of Missouri said yesterday? We don't care. This is the prosecutor, Art. The prosecutor who convicted him said, I believe he's innocent. And the governor in the Supreme Court of Missouri said, we don't care what you think. He's going to die tomorrow, whether you like it or not. Check it out, Art. When they put the jury together for this black man, and I'm bringing this right back to Puff. When they put the jury together for this black man, there were 7 black jurors, 7 of them. The prosecution dismissed 6. They ended up with 1 black on the jury. Everybody else was white, Art. If this black man was convicted, his life was sentenced to death by an all...
I hear you, Umar, but let's see what it has to do with Diddy.
And throw away the key, even if you can't prove he's guilty, because white people...
Okay, so y'all, I'm going to let y'all get the rest of that on the Art of Dialogue. Dr. Umar's going into Dr. Umar shit. Red dots to the left, y'all know the rest, man. It's not the same. Nigga, Diddy, you on camera kicking the girl, bro. You on camera. You got the videos. You got the freaky wooty bams. You got the whatchamacallit, blah, blah. It's not like old boy from Missouri. It's different. We finna go ahead. Chat y'all say. We finna go ahead and make sure that y'all get this good content out of Red dots to the left. Y'all know the rest, man. It's free. I have new engine, so he's free. We go. It's not the same. 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 It's not the same Samington. It's not the same Samington. Like, I get the point that Umar's trying to make. I get the Umar's trying to do the Umar. Dre, that's your homie, so we ain't gonna say nothing. We ain't gonna say nothing. But nigga, that ain't the same thing. Nigga, that ain't the same thing. That ain't the same thing. You feel me? That ain't the same thing. That ain't the same thing. That's different. That's different. It's not the same. It's not. Like, I don't care what nobody says. It's not the same thing. Like, Diddy. Sean. You feel me? Puffy rides mountain bikes with no seats. Sick. Brother Sean. John of Sean. Sir Puffiest, Sean Puffiest Combses. You feel me? Come on, bro. Yeah, but kicking the girl is not a RICO, but when you add all the other things he's doing in a sense, and it's aligning with kicking her, it gets RICO-ish. It gets RICO-ish. When you add the kick with the wooty bams and the whatchamacallit and the wooty bam, it gets a little Ricky-icky. You feel me? It gets a little Ricky-icky. Like, I'm not gonna pretend like it doesn't. It's a little Ricky-iana around this mother chucker. It's a little Ricky-iana around this mother chucker. You feel me? It's a little Ricky-iana. I'm just saying. It reeks of a RICO. You feel me? It reeks of a RICO. That's all I'm saying. It reeks of a RICO. It's a little Ricky-iana. That's all I'm saying. I ain't saying left. I ain't saying right. I ain't saying up. I ain't saying down. I ain't saying good. I ain't saying bad. And I'm not saying innocent or guilty. But what I am saying is, it's a little Ricky-iana around this mother chucker. You feel me? It's a little freaky on a Ricky. That's all I'm saying. The Ricky is getting freaky. That's all I'm saying. The Ricky is getting freaky. And they getting freaky on a Ricky. So, you know, we just need that to be taken care of. But yeah, still in the coochie. Hey, we're gonna get more details. Author of Level, we're gonna get more details, big dog, and as more details continue to be developed and given, we will give it to y'all straight here at TNN Trap News Network. News you can use, knowledge though you can't get, and nobody's college though, big dog. So as these stories and more continue to develop, you better believe I will say on this story, and I will continue to give y'all everything that y'all need to follow this freaky Ricky. I will give y'all everything y'all need to follow this Freako Rico. You feel me? It's a Freako Rico. Appreciate you, author of Levels. You feel me? You know what? Hey, Mo P, whoever's making that comment about Flacco, 86,000 seconds. Then Blake's up. We don't need any Flacco fake pages. We don't need any Flacco fake pages. I've never had 10,000 views a video. I've never had that much. I've never had 10,000 people like view a live or anything like that at once. I've never had that. I've never had that. You feel me? So, yeah, I've never actually had that. I'm not sure what the fuck you're talking about, but I've never had that. I would love it, but I've never, I've never. Can somebody get the Flacco page out of there? Thanks, mods. Can we get the page out of here from the guy who's the taker? Freaky deaky eeky freaky. It's a freaky Ricky going on. What doesn't make sense is why Flacco is so obsessed with me. That shit be crazy, bro. Like Flacco and Semen Time Erotics, them niggas be more obsessed with me than any bitch I've ever fucked with. Oh, you ain't seen my documentary about Flacco being Flacco David Jalla, who had an R-word charge on that little girl? Yeah, it's a whole documentary about it. I did it. Go check it out. It's a whole documentary about it. Mr. C on the Move. You feel me? Like, these niggas be more obsessed with me than any female I've ever dealt with in my life, bro. In my life. And that shit at this point is just boring. Like, nobody wants to see that. Mr. C on the Move. Yes, the whole documentary I did about it, man. Flacco is a R-wordist. Flacco is definitely an R-wordist. Yeah, Flacco R-worded that girl. I'm not being funny at all. I'm not just laughing. You see no LOL in this because it's not a laughing matter. Flacco R-word that girl. And you know what I'm saying? That's just kind of that. Like it's no ha-ha moment about it. It's no real whatever about it. It's no nothing. Like it's no joke. It's no LOL. There's nothing actually funny about this. Flacco R-word that girl. Yeah. So right. Flacco R-word that girl. And then he's, been on the internet, threatening to R-word children and all kind of stuff like that. So, right, that's that. But what's the deal, y'all? We're trying to type it in TNN Trap News Network. We back in the same. Like you're cracking the same, man. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe for more of this good content we got going on here at TNN Trap News Network. Good news you can use. Good knowledge, though. You can't get nobody's college, though, big dog. Make sure you like, make sure you comment, make sure you subscribe for all this good content we got going on here at TNN Trap News Network. We finna jump into my man Chig Smooth, but before we do, make sure y'all get in the Crenshaw King Free the Trappers. I don't know where my Trap Lottie trap pack is, but it's around here somewhere. But if you want to forget everything that you want to be where I'm at and forget where you put things because you so whatever, touch the cloud. Free the Trappers, Crenshaw King, 10 grams of greatness. Make sure you pull up on them, man. They got that 10-gram trap pack, 10 grams of greatness, $65. Get into that. You feel me? And yeah, get into it. You feel me? Get into it. So that's that. Subscribe, become part of the Trapper Mafia. That notification bell at the top. Hit also tap in for the links and the greatest what we got going on here at TNN Trap News Network and hit that description button. Become a part of this new page. If you ain't got into that, man, make sure I get into that. We got Dame Dash, 50 Cent, and Ice Cube all clowning Diddy's party and saying that they never been and saying that it's some wiki freaky stuff going on in there, man. So we finna jump into this content. Shout out to Chig Smooth. Let's go.
His new network, American time rivals under the bus. In any parties that is now the subject of ridicule and jokes. But that doesn't stop 50 Cent from capitalizing on a story that gives him leverage to throw one of his longtime rivals under the bus. But why do people even want to go to those secret parties? Dame Dash on his new network, America New, gives us his thoughts on that. And Jason Lee from Hollywood Unlocked will tell us who he's seen at Diddy parties before. What's up, y'all?
Well, if you've seen somebody at Diddy parties before, Jason Lee, that means that you was at a Diddy party. So what was you doing at a Diddy party? And we all know that Jason Lee like to wobbly, drop it like it's hot. He's a wob nobbler. He's a gawk 6,000 kind of guy, whatever, blah, blah, blah. So, what the hell was you doing at a Diddy party, Jason Lee? You already into the freakiness. How freaky did this go? It's interesting.
That's your man Talker's World Report for the Chick Smooth channel. We got to talk about this. 50 Cent being a producer and a showrunner has led to incredible shows being created, but now he also has the power to use television to attack his enemies. 50 Cent will post on Instagram, quote, 50 Cent sets Diddy abuse allegation docuseries at Netflix. Quote, it's a complex narrative spanning decades. With the caption, I've been telling y'all about all this weird stuff. I don't do no puppy parties. You didn't believe me, but I bet you believe me now. And of course, 50 Cent being as relentless as he
I called it hit, Reg Dog. I called that hit.
Would also post this Diddy branded baby oil with the caption.
It seemed like Jason Lee would have had the most fun at a Diddy party. You get it. Don't worry about it if you don't.
Coming soon. Because being an entrepreneur is about filling the market demand. But does just being at a Diddy party mean you're guilty? What if you're a rapper or a singer or a designer? Or what if you're catering the event? Are you now as guilty as anybody who might be convicted as a result of this? Dame Dash on American New explains to us why the need for secrets and how people who can keep those secrets are more likely to get better deals. The logic is simple to get. If you're friends with powerful people, when it's time to divvy out contracts or opportunities, they are more likely to think of you. That makes total sense. But does that mean you have to go to the parties? And if you do go to the parties, does that mean you have to stay past when everyone else leaves? Which then leads him to the idea of the karma buckshot. People who are close enough to someone else getting their karma might get hit because they were standing too close to the main target. Like, it's just something that was unfathomable to me. The fact that that didn't get out, that means that's a very secret club.
Now, the karma buckshot is real. It's, again, a case of you fudging with them ninjas, you can duck with them ninjas. It's all ugly, big dog. You around a problem, you are a part of.
Whoever's holding that secret, they hold it tight to the vest. And I'm like, what other secrets? Like, what deals were made in those free calls? Because a lot of the deals that happen in social environments. That's why people go to the club and they hang out all day. Bankers hang out with bankers all day to get deals done. Like, I would go to Tripiani's and I'd watch, we'd make, $1 billion deals over a bottle of vodka. And it was all based on, that hanging out and that trust, and you would throw your man an alley-oop because y'all hung out. If you get into that secret club and you're able to hold a secret so tight to the vest, a lot of business deals are getting made there. So now I'm like, damn, I might understand why certain people had.
So basically saying if you can hold on to these freaky secrets, they trust you to do business and hold on to business secrets and all that because you're already holding a freaky secret. So, whatever.
Certain opportunities, certain deals, and if they weren't participating, they were there. And they didn't leave. And they repetitively came back. So I don't think people knew, or maybe they were, or they didn't know, but I'll give people the benefit of the doubt. Like, I don't think they thought it was illegal, but it was loose. And as far as a moral compass, morally, that would not be the environment that I would want my kids around. I would want to be around. I wouldn't want to do no business in that environment. Could you imagine me going to one of those parties and walking in that room with I'd be like, y'all know, where's the pause button? I go, pause button. I'd be like, you're in here, y'all bugging. What? I didn't know. That type shit. They know that I'm not tolerant or, I don't look the other way. I'd be getting out the way. But I might not be so silent. I might not be able to keep that secret of what I saw. So I'm like wondering, like, damn. And I'm wondering if people understand what the buckshot of another person's karma is. with a shotgun, you shoot it in pellet spray. So you might hit your target, but the pellets are gonna hit whoever's around. So you might not meant to be getting shot, but you're gonna catch a couple of a spray of those bullets. That's what karma's like. So if you are around somebody that may be doing something immoral, and you might look
get your dog
or help,
go give her a bath.
Karmically, you may be considered accountable. But here, Jason Lee talks about who and what he saw at previous Diddy parties. You know, a lot of these.
And all I'm gonna say is, who would have thought that Jason Lee was at a freaky Diddy party getting his bell rung? Right. Jason Lee can't tell you about what he's seen if he wasn't there to see it. So what was Jason Lee a part of? How many baby oil bottles Jason Lee was about?
Celebrities. Every single celebrity in the culture has been to Diddy's house, which means they've gone through all his phones, text messages. I could read you my text message to Diddy. What day is it airing on the show, on the network? Are you coming on the show? Diddy, what's this? It's all been business for me.
Hey, y'all notice how Jason Lee tried to make sure that he say it's all business for me, but you over here talking about what you seen at the party, but when it comes to your involvement at the party, oh, well, I was just there doing business. I seen everybody else doing this. I seen everybody else doing that. I seen everybody else moving like this. I seen everybody else moving like that. But me, I was just doing business. I wasn't like that. Like I wasn't doing nothing but some business. You feel me? But I seen him though. But I seen him though, and I stayed and I watched and I hung around. I've been to a couple, but I can show y'all my messages. It wasn't me though. It was nigga. You was in there. She was in there.
I don't have nothing inappropriate to them people because I don't deal with them like that. So you mean to tell me all those late nights, what you doing, where you at? I've seen Jay-Z at his house. I've seen T.D. Jakes at his house. I've seen Chris Brown at his house. I've seen Jordan Woods at his house. I've seen Travis Scott at his house. I've seen Beyonce at his house. I've seen Tiana Taylor. I've seen them all. Now, we was all in the backyard, but I've seen them all. I've seen Usher there. I've seen... Everybody's been to a Diddy party. I've seen Lindsay Lohan, Ashton Kutcher, Demi Moore, Tyrese, Amber Rose.
We've already gone over the list of people who are there.
I'm all up in there.
And you seen them all. You seen them all in there. You seen them all in there. But what was you doing in there, Jason Lee? Oh, you was just in there being Mr. Innocent, huh? Okay.
I've seen them all. But just because you go to a Diddy party doesn't mean that you were getting sprayed down with Vaseline and baby oil. Because I can tell you right now, ain't nobody ever sprayed me with nothing. And I don't even play around like that. And even at a recent performance, Ice Cube will come out to make sure we know that he was...
Jason Lee, little wobbly, bro. I don't believe you. Jason Lee was involved. I don't care what nobody say. Jason Lee went, in my opinion, too out of his way to show innocence. Jason Lee was involved in some wobbly, bro. Jason Lee was involved, but that ain't shocking for Jason Lee to be involved in wobbly. But Jason Lee, you was doing a wobbly, bro. I'm gonna just keep going.
Rocking the mic. And I'm gonna tell you,
Jason Oil said, "Did nobody put baby oil on me?" Yeah, because you put it on yourself, bro.
Right now, me and Dub C ain't never been to a Diddy party, motherfucker. You ain't gotta worry about us on them tapes. Check that shit out. Just because you know someone enough to shake their hands, you see them in public, does not mean they're your friends. And even if they're your friends, it doesn't mean you're guilty of everything they're guilty of. You could be friends with street dudes and get...
All right, man, that's that. We finna get about it to the next one. We chat, y'all stay around for more story. We finna get about it to the next one, man. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe for more of this good content we got going on here at TNN Trap News Network. Y'all know the deal, man. Red dots to the left. Y'all know the rest. It's Free Avenue Angels. Please free. We are gone. And I'm finna give y'all one little last one before I slide up out of here, man, because I got something that I need to attend to. You feel me? But we got Cardi B and Offset. And before we start this video, Cardi B's a whore. I said it. I said it. I'm not saying it's cool to cheat on your girl. I'm not saying it's cool to beat on your girl. Whatever Offset is doing, I'm not saying that. I'm not condoning it. But fucking somebody while you're pregnant with my child, bitch, I'll kill you. Swear to God. Bitch, I'll kill you. Say what you want about me. Clip it. Rich Trapper did it up. Blah, blah. I could give a fuck. If you are pregnant with my child and you busting that thing open for another nigga, welcome to death row, bitch. Welcome to death row, bitch. You must not know about me. You must not know about me. But you gonna find out. But you gonna find out. You must not know about me. You must not know about me. That shit is sick. So Offset is sick right now. Sick to his poor little heart. You feel me? Because Cardi B is stepping out on it. You feel me? Stepping out on it. That nigga said, you fucked somebody while you was pregnant. That bitch said, and did. Yup. Say what you want about me. Give a fuck. Pregnant with my kid and you my wife? Bitch, please. Bitch, please. And did. Bitch, please. You tripping. You tripping. That is the most disrespectful thing. It ain't no excuse for it. Ain't no justification for it. You can't make it cool. You can't make it all right.
Trying to find niggas.
You can't make it all right, bro. That shit out. So we finna jump into this, man. That's how New York City women are. I don't know, bro, but I know that mine's uppercut your motherfucking ass. You feel me? Going to the upper room. You feel me? The upper room. But we finna jump into this content without no further do's and don'ts, man. What's the deal? We're trying to type it in 10 and try to do we back in the same. Like, you're cracking the same, man. Like, comment, subscribe for more of this good content. If you ain't did so yet, make sure you tap in with Free the Trappers. Free the Trappers. If you need to get into that Free the Trappers, man, it's a 10-gram Trap Lottie Trap Pack, Rich Trapper Trap Pack. Get into that if you ain't got into that. 10 grams of greatness, $65. They on Crenshaw and King, right across the street from the Krispy Kreme Donuts. Get into that if you ain't got into that. Free the Trappers. And make sure you like, make sure you comment, make sure you subscribe for all this good content we got going on here at TNN Trap News Network. Let's get into that if you ain't got into that. And hit that description button. We finna jump into some Cardi B news. For those of y'all who don't know, Cardi B and Offset are going through their 1-2 step like Sierra. And Cardi B is out here breaking that poor man's heart. Offset, you a victim, bro. We stand with Offset. Here at TNN Trap News Network, we stand with Offset. We finna see what Cardi B's talking about with her savage demon Kanye double. Let's get into this without no further do's or don'ts, man. 3, 2, 1, let's go.
I'm trying to find niggas. I've been cuffed up too long. Let me remind niggas. Yo.
Baby, you're not even divorced yet. You are still married.
What you, Nick, the narcissism is all-time high. And you know what's so crazy? I really be feeling like when people be saying like narcissist, niggas is narcissists and everything, I be like, do y'all even know what that word means? But now I really...
Baby, you slept with a man while you was pregnant with his baby.
Lucy was a fucking narcissist. You know what's so crazy? I find it so crazy, right? You know what I find so crazy?
What do you find so crazy, Cardi?
That a nigga think that they could just buy a bitch. You know what I'm saying? I love me shit, but you can buy me no more, motherfucker. And it's so crazy that a nigga think that that's enough. It's not enough, honey.
But see, here go the thing, though, ladies. Y'all get mad. Oh, well, a nigga think he could just buy me. You can't buy me no more. But you was once for sale. You were once for sale, and now you mad at this nigga for buying you. Oh, well, nigga can't buy me no more. But you already let him buy you. You are already a purchase. So you maybe should have had that thought process and that idealism long before you started accepting gifts and all that kind of wooty bam, because once you let him buy you, baby girl, you only worth the price that he spent on you. I'm just saying. Once you let him buy you, you are now only worth the price of what he spent on you.
Not enough. And you know what's so funny too? See, that a nigga think that they could just buy a bitch. You know what I'm saying? I love me shit, but you can buy me no more, motherfucker.
I love my shit, but you can't buy me no more. So it was cool when he was buying you and all that kind of stuff. Now he ain't buying you no more. And now it's a problem. Here's it. Like the respect level for themselves be so crazy with these women. Oh, you can't buy me no more. Nigga think he could buy you. You can't buy me no more. Bitch, you was a stripper. You was a rental. You were a lease at best. You were a lease at best. You came into it for sale. You came into it selling it.
And it's so crazy that a nigga think that that's enough. It's not enough, honey. It's just not enough.
And then the women gonna say, well, you knew she was a stripper and you knew blah, blah, blah. Yeah, that's why he bought her. Yes, that's why he bought her. And that's why she allowed herself to be bought. Yes, he knew she was a stripper. That's why he bought her. And she allowed herself to be bought.
And you know what's so funny too?
She literally started off a forced sale, like literally selling coochie. Literally selling coochie.
I find it funny that niggas think that they could fuck on anything. But when I start talking to niggas, you want to threaten me with taking shit that I fucking work my ass off for. You want to play
Hey, here go the thing though. Again, back to you being a purchase. He can't threaten to take away nothing from you that's yours unless it ain't yours, baby. You let that nigga buy you. You let that nigga buy you. You let that nigga buy you. He can't take away nothing. You let King Yellowpoke trash. You let King Yellowpoke and Henny Carolina way better. That's the winning sister. Henny Carolina, that's the winning sister. That's the winning sister. Cardi B sister. That's the winning sister. That's the winning sister. Cardi, what are you talking about? And then you over here got these girls thinking, man, just sit down.
Answer me. We're going to play them games too. Since you want to fucking threaten me, talking about you want to take my shit. You want to take my shit because...
But see, here go the thing. If it was yours, he couldn't take it. If it was yours, he couldn't take it. It's not yours. It's his. You're a rental. You're a lease. Come on now.
I'm moving on. Move on. Why can't you move on? It's no fun when mama got the gun, right? It's no fun when I'm slinging pussy, right? Now what a fine nigga.
Let me see. Boom.
I just want to let motherfuckers know one good shit, right? I don't give a fuck if
And then here's the ladies, y'all look up. I'm gonna let y'all know one good shit. This bitch can't even speak. Like, what the fuck are we talking about here, bro? Like, what the fuck are we even talking about here? Yeah, I'm gonna tell y'all one good shit. Ladies, this is who y'all look up to. The bitch who's gonna tell you one good shit. Sound like you need some, it's like some fucking milk and magnesia, baby. You can plunge that thing. You're gonna give us one good shit, huh? One good stool sample. Ladies, this is who y'all look up to. The prostitute turned stripper who got mad at her husband for allowing the prostitute turned stripper, or the stripper turned prostitute, however it happened first, that got mad at her husband after she allowed him to buy her, and then said, hey, you can't buy me no more. And now she want to tell you one good shit. She wants to tell you one good shit. Slanging coochie is wild, big dog. But she gonna tell you one good shit. Listen to the one good shit she finna tell you like a toilet.
They're talking about, I'm gonna expose you, I'm gonna put them text messages that's through your phone. I don't give a fuck, nigga. I will expose my own tea. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. Do that. I don't care. You should be happy. You know what you should be? You know what you should be happy? You should be happy that I'm a real gangster ass bitch. At the end of the day, I'm a real gangster ass bitch, and I'm a solid bitch. So one thing I'm not gonna do.
Now that's what we can't take from Cardi B. She is pretty gangster. Not saying that this is the example of the woman that I want for my children, but Cardi B, gangster nonetheless. We can't take away her gangsterism. That's what we can't take away. We cannot take away Cardi B's gangsterism. Cardi B is in fact a hanger, slanger, banger. You feel me? Hanger, slanger, and banger. Cardi B be hanging with the bangers and slanging with the bangers and all that kind of stuff. Wooty bam, wooty bam, wooty bam. We can't take that from her. You know what I'm saying? She is gangsta. You feel me? Gangsta. So, you know.
So you ever is entertaining them, your ops that be in my DMs, trying to suck my pussy. I will never do that because the op to you is a nigga that wants you dead. And I don't want you dead because my kids love the fuck out of you. My kids love you down. So I will never do that. And I really follow gangster. I really follow street codes.
At least you got a boundary with that. Like, at least she ain't smacking on your ops, man. She's just gonna fuck while she's pregnant. At least she ain't fucking on the ops. Like, I guess.
Yeah,
it's kind of better.
Fuck with a nigga op just to get back. No, nigga, I don't have to do that shit. I just gotta fuck a nigga that's better than you. However, I don't give a fuck. You can expose whatever the fuck you want to expose, nigga. I expose it myself. Fuck out of here. I told you when a Libra start Libraing, we really don't give a fuck. Now, goodbye.
All right, and then I'm trying to see if I can find where Cardi responds and says, let me see. No, this is Cuban 7. Let me see. Offset and Cardi B's comments. Boom, this is what it is. You with a baby inside, tell the truth. And then where's the one where she says and did? It's one where she goes and did. Let me see. Hold on real quick. Was it on a jumper? Let me see. Hold on. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see. Oh, did No Jumper block me? I might have got blocked by No Jumper. I don't know, but I know that she did say the Wooty Bam with Wooty Bam. But anyway, we finna get up out of here, man. Look it up. Cardi B said and did. Offset said you smack with a baby inside and did. She don't care. Diabolical. She's a diabolical demonstrator. We up out of here to the next one. Red dots to the left. Y'all know the rest. Free Avenue Angel till he's free. We are gone. And you better believe, G Nation, these hoes is for sure finna be singing this bitch praises. But not mine, cause yeah, all right. Anyway, red dots to the left. Y'all know the rest, man. It's Free Avenue Angel till he's free. We go.